As of Saturday, October 5th, we are T-minus 20 days away from the new event I'm putting together called Plates and 28's at Edgewater Sports Park. I spent most of Saturday afternoon working on event details and class rules for the event until it was time to fire up the 55 and head down to trails for the JaxWax Street Madness event. Now, Plates and 28's is intended for real-deal street cars and street-raced cars, the kind of cars that we no longer see showing up for front-side heads-up races. Now, everybody knows I love street cars, and I'm not alone. These kinds of cars and trucks are popular on our channels for a number of reasons. It's certainly not the amount of money they're racing for, and it's not because the drivers are well known. The reason is because the cars and the trucks are attainable and relatable to your average blue-collar enthusiast. They don't care that these cars don't have the nicest paint jobs or the latest and greatest billet intake and heads. They don't care if these cars aren't the fastest thing at the track. What they do care about is the combination of parts that you're using and what your personal best is, with a combination that's similar to what they can afford. But unfortunately, in today's day and age, a lot of these enthusiasts that I consider the backbone of the car culture struggle to find a place that they fit in within the heads-up racing community. And this isn't isolated to just the younger generation. The older guys that grew up banging gears in their big block muscle cars have also become disconnected and struggle to find common ground with an audience at an event unless it's strictly a car show. But once the JaxWax events moved from a parking lot to a track, everything began to change.
Are you Goose or who are you?
I'm Maverick.
You're Maverick.
Take a flight at JaxWax. Street madness, baby.
Over the last year and a half or so, Jared, Todd, and Jack from JaxWax have been discussing with me the possibility of trying to combine the JaxWax Street Madness event with a real deal heads-up small tire event. And the discussions we've had over the last several months have really got me thinking. I wonder what would happen if we combined all my favorite parts of my favorite events that we've attended all over the country and put them together for one incredible weekend, combining lifted and lowered pickup trucks, lifted and lowered Jeeps and SUVs, and maybe even sprinkle in some diesel drag racing on Friday night. Now, obviously, all of these things would draw a pretty good crowd, and the guys at JaxWax have proven it with JaxWax Street Madness at National Trail Raceway. You'll find everything there from import drag cars to drift cars. And if all that isn't enough to draw you in, there's one final element of this event that's a crucial part of its success, and it likely draws the most attention out of anything on the property. The burnout contest at the JaxWax Street Madness events have become legendary. Nothing gets a crowd pumped up and more excited than the billowing tire smoke and the antics of the drivers and sometimes even passengers. And of course, the Halloween theme always adds to the mix. It's an incredible celebration of freedom that you won't typically find at your average heads-up race. But what if you could? What if there was an actual heads-up race for actual street cars? This brings me to my next ingredient that I would like to add to the mix. Without question, my favorite event of 2024 was Sick Week down in Florida. Now we're combining street legal cars with very well-known drivers. But in my opinion, the drag and drive scene has one thing missing. These cars are racing against themselves, trying to make a good average ET for the week, while proving they can drive hundreds and hundreds of miles from one track to another over the course of several days. But what if they had to do a drag and drive where they actually had to race the cars in their class and the entire event took place over the course of one weekend? To my knowledge, no one's ever done this, but I'm about to try. All right, everybody, we are headed down to Edgewater this morning. We're going to go down and meet with Rob Winley, and we're going to try and map out a route and checkpoints for our sick day cruise. I got permission from Tom Bailey, who runs all the Sick Week drag and drive events. So we want to get some details worked out today for the cruise route and make sure we've got all our ducks in a row. Make sure we can pick out some good landmarks for checkpoints where there's plenty of room to pull off and take pictures with the cars. And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. We're going to meet up with Rob here as soon as I get down to Edgewater. Now, Rob Winley, the owner of Edgewater, has been after me for well over a year to come down and try to help him put together some different rules packages for small tire racing at Cincy Street Nights. To be completely honest, I wasn't interested. Changing the rule sets to an established event is a surefire way to make a lot of people upset and to have my name dragged through the mud on the internet for simply trying to help correct an increasingly complex problem that's been plaguing frontside no prep events for the last 2 or 3 years. So rather than deal with politics and problems, I decided to start from scratch and put together an event that I feel a lot of people would enjoy. And if it's successful, we would consider doing it again next year. Ultimately, I have 2 basic goals for this event: to have fun and help Rob Winley keep this track open. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
We are back at Edgewater today. Things look a little bit nicer here today than the last time I was here.
Absolutely beautiful. It was beautiful like this all weekend.
Was it really?
I'm looking forward to another week. As far as you can look, it looks like sunshine too, so.
Good. So today I want to work on a couple of things. One, while we're standing here, the car show area.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping to have a considerable number of car show cars here. And you were talking about maybe putting them right here.
Yes, yesterday we had our annual benefit for the Pink Ribbon Good Foundation, and we had all the cars lined up. So I'm going to ask Dave Deal, who's our house photographer for Hyper Performance Motorsports, to come in and get us some good pictures from that, just to see how everybody parks and how it lines up and fits in real nice.
Okay.
Makes it real fan and spectator friendly to walk around and check the cars out. Yeah, I think it'll be real good. It's nice when people come in the gate and they see all the cool cars sitting
right
all the way down
like
the
it's
line.
right inside the gate.
Yeah, right inside the gate.
It's going to be the first thing everybody sees, honestly.
Flows right up to the head of staging, and just a great place to have it all.
So are you ready to go out and check out these checkpoint areas?
I am.
And try and map out a cruise route?
Yeah, I think it'll be cool.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Now, it's important to remember that not every class is required to make the cruise. Only the classes that have the word street in their title are required to participate in what we're calling Sick Day, resembling the Sick Week drag and drive format of Tom Bailey's event that we attended in Florida. Our participants in the streetcar classes will be required to drive the cars from the track through a series of checkpoints, some of which are in downtown Cincinnati. Rob and I had a few ideas, the first of which was the Roebling Suspension Bridge, which you may recognize from a movie called Rain Man, starring Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. Rob and I both decided that the Roebling Suspension Bridge really needs to be on the checkpoint list. We also considered the Paycor Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bengals. However, it's not the only professional sports stadium in downtown Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Reds baseball stadium is right next door. But our home run in looking for a checkpoint actually came in the form of a train station. The Cincinnati Union Terminal is an absolute perfect spot for a checkpoint for a drag and drive event taking place in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. This place offers plenty of room and it's a spectacular venue.
I guess they started building this in 31 and finished it in 33, one of the busiest train stations in the country for a long time. A lot of great history in this town, and might as well start right here.
While the Cincinnati Union Terminal is still an operating train station, it's also now a public museum dedicated to preserving a lot of the history of downtown Cincinnati.
Such a beautiful building, that Art Deco style. I guess a couple architects from New York came down here and designed everything, and just the best you could build at that time.
It's beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Dude, this is perfect.
Like it?
Perfect.
It was just coming down here and check out the stadium and looked over like the Union Terminal is going to be absolutely perfect to do this.
It's perfect. Perfect. Couldn't get any better. So far, the Roebling Suspension Bridge and the Union Terminal have definitely made the checkpoint list. But now we're headed down to Kentucky to spread a little love at Twin Peaks, which will also be on the list. Rob, this looks like a good as place as any.
I think this is perfect. I think this will work really good. I don't know why. Something's drawing us here. I mean, two great reasons. The food and the beer, right?
Rob and I went inside and got a bite to eat and politely asked for permission to add Twin Peaks to the checkpoint list. And some of the girls were nice enough to come out and take a picture with Rob and the C10 before we jump back on the road and head north up into Indiana to look for yet another checkpoint. This time, we stopped to check out the Hollywood Casino, located right along the Ohio River in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, just 35 short minutes from Edgewater. What do you think? This one work?
This is perfect. Absolutely love it. It's amazing what you can find just driving around.
As Rob and I left the Hollywood Casino, we headed back towards the track and back towards the Ohio state line. And Rob had one more place he would like to add to our sick day checkpoint list.
So it's working out really nice. We spent this afternoon driving around with Phil. and I'm glad we did. You know, I picked out some iconic landmarks of Cincinnati, and some of them just weren't feasible to bring all those cars through, and just kind of got to be too crowded and cluttered.
Yeah.
So staying on this route, we're able to stop at the casino and then come right past here on our way to Edgewater and stop at one of our best sponsors, State Line Restaurant. Always be here and eat. Incredible breakfast and lunch, so great
Excellent.
place to stop on, last stop on our way to Edgewater.
And they sponsor the track.
They sponsor the track, yeah, right in the winner's circle.
That's awesome. Well, you ready to go back to the track?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, buddy, let's go.
By the time Rob and I were headed back to the track, we felt pretty good about what we'd accomplished for today, and we felt like we've got a really good list of checkpoints for our Plates and 28's sick day cruise.
All right, pretty good day.
Yes, it was a great day.
So I'm gonna head on down to 10 Soldiers and go
Okay.
pick up an engine for Billy's Nova,
Okay.
and I'll get to editing once I get home.
All right,
We'll see
sounds
how
good.
this turns out.
Tell Jason Brad I said hey.
All right, I will. Thanks, buddy.
All right,
We'll
sounds
see you.
The next afternoon, Todd, Isaac, and Abby from JaxWax stopped by to download the drone footage that I took Saturday night at the event.
Bro, what are you doing? Driving that filthy, dirty truck?
Looks like somebody washed it for me.
Yeah, you'd think.
It's like the,
Hey, I know a guy that can detail cars.
yeah, I do too. I need to get it down to the shop. It's like the, the plumber always has leaking pipes. The detail guy on that dirty car. Yeah.
Dude, what do you think of the event out there?
Man, I'm telling you,
That was a banger.
We were just looking at your drone footage, and we came out to do a highway robbery on some drone footage.
Well, I always try and hook you guys up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it worked out good.
we
too,
take
but
care of each other.
Some of those shots you got of over top to show how big it was. We can't wait to get it out.
Yeah, it's really good.
Now she's got all the hard work left.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I don't know how you do that, honey. You do such a good job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get her to give me lessons on how to edit.
Yeah, she's expensive.
Is she?
She charges a lot of money.
Well, it might be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for the lifted and lowered thing at Edgewater.
Man, we're pumped about that. We're dressing up for that one too.
Are you really?
Yeah, because it's a costume, right?
You doing the Mad Hatter again?
I'm going to do something a little simpler.
Something different?
That was a little
That was extravagant.
extravagant. Because it is costume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we
Friday
want-
night's trick or
so
treat.
everybody better bring their best costume. We may even end up doing something that like some kind of $250, $500 gift card for the
What?
best costume or something. JaxWax.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right.
So they better bring it out. We had like 50 people register to the most recent one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Well, I had an amazing day yesterday. I was down in Cincinnati all day filming and trying to figure out the cruise route for the sick day cruise.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really cool. I can't wait for you guys to see all that footage. I'm so excited to have you guys be part of the Friday night deal, the lifted and lowered street meet.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of
More
fun.
about that.
It's going to be basically, I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot like your Street Madness event out there, except for the burnout contest, a little bit different. We'll see how that goes. I hope it doesn't go, hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Wow. I'm telling you, if you can show some clips of our burnout competitions, anything like that, these people better bring it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'll let you guys get back to town so you can get to editing, because I know what that's like, because that's what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get caught up on editing.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you
we
guys.
appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Hey, thank you guys for everything that you do. I really
You too,
appreciate
man.
it. I didn't hear the ding.
It's your phone. Why wasn't there a ding?
Oh, I have it turned off.
Trying to blame me on the ding.
Yeah. We're flipping the script today. I'm giving the details and you're filming.
Insert eye roll.
Okay. All right. So I've been working on this since, I don't know, it's been a while. I put a lot of effort into this. I'm starting to get some of these details nailed down. Plates and 28's tentative schedule. You ready for this?
Oh, drum roll, yes.
Okay. Thursday, Rob is going to host a regularly scheduled test and tune. You'll see all the details for that on Edgewater's Facebook page and their website, edgewaterrace.com.
Okay.
Friday, this is October 25th, the JaxWax lifted and lowered street meet. Gates will open at 3 o'clock, okay? Tech will be open for all classes for the Saturday event, starting at 3:30 p.m., and that'll go until 10 o'clock at night. So if you're coming to race on Saturday, You come in Friday night, get your pit set up, you get through tech, especially if you're in the streetcar classes, because we're gonna leave for the streetcar cruise, the sick day cruise at 9 a.m. So Friday, gates open at 3, tech starts at 3:30. Tech will be open at 10 p.m. at the tech shed with Mr. John Sears, the one and only. You can get your autographs from him as well. Trick or treat Friday night, start at 6.
Now you're getting to some details I like.
Yeah. Okay, so trick or treat will be from 6 to 7 p.m. on Friday night during the lifted and lowered car meet. We will have open test and tune all night. Parking will be free. Spectator parking will be outside the gate. Spectators for Friday will be $25. It'll be $50 for test and tune. Burnout contest. Let's get to that.
Yeah.
The burnout contest entries will be limited to 32.
Ooh.
That's it.
How do you get a spot?
Okay, that's a good question. Burnout contest entries will be sold on Edgewater's, not YouTube. I'm doing a U. Okay, this isn't as easy as I thought. Edgewater has a website. It's edgewaterrace.com.
You're so good in chipmunk.
All right, edgewaterrace.com. That's Edgewater's official website. And entries for the burnout contest will go on sale this Sunday. So if you're watching this coming Sunday, I plan on putting those up at 6 o'clock Sunday night. And the entries will be $10. That's it.
That's cheap.
Yeah, with a chance to win $1,000 in cash.
But it's going to cost him probably many sets of tires.
Yeah. So you should be able to buy a set of tires for $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. But so October 13th at 6 p.m. on edgewaterrace.com. That's Edgewater's website. 32 entries will go up on sale. When they're sold out, they're sold out. That's it.
And it doesn't matter. Like, you can do a burnout with anything, car, truck.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So the burnouts will be timed. There'll be 60 seconds, and the crowd will vote on the winner of each pair. 2 at a time in the burnout box in front of the grandstands at Edgewater under the lights. Come on. That's going to be...
That's fine.
Okay, so we're going to call the burnout contestants to staging at 7 o'clock, right as the trick or treat is ending. We're going to call the burnout contestants to the staging lanes at 7 o'clock. There will be driver interviews for each person. Me and Charlie are probably going to go down the line.
Yeah.
And we're gonna interview everybody and talk to them about what they're doing, what their plans are. I strongly suggest to bring your own cheerleaders. Yeah, because this is going to get crazy.
Yeah.
If you saw in the JaxWax video, or clips earlier in this, some of the burnout contestants, they're in costumes, they're waving American flags.
It generates crowd reaction.
Crowd reaction.
Yes.
That's what we're after for the burnout contest.
So get a crew that can generate crowd reaction.
Yeah. Oh, there's Thomas.
Oh.
To interrupt my filming process.
Ticker's here.
With his
Hey, you know what
non-exhaust
though?
truck.
That's perfect timing, because then all the kids collected their candy. They can go sit in stands,
And watch the
chow
burnout
down on
contest.
candy, and watch the burnout
And
contest.
just go nuts.
You did. That's a good timing
I'm
on that.
trying really hard with this, okay? Me and Rob, oh my God, me and Rob have been on the phone all
Constantly.
day, all night.
I know.
It's a bit crazy. Okay, so let's get to this. Weekend passes will be available for $40 on Friday. That gets you in Friday and Saturday. If you wait to buy your tickets the day of, say, if you're just going to be there Thursday or Friday or just there Saturday, they'll be $25. So if you get there Friday and you buy a weekend pass, it's $40. That saves you a little bit of money. We'll be finishing the class rules this weekend while you and I and the kids are at
Dragway 42.
See how I worked that in?
Yeah.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
I did that.
Maybe this is how we should always do.
No.
No? Okay.
So we're going to be at Dragway 42 this weekend. I don't know what they got going on. That's a whole other thing.
I know.
What?
There's a small tire wars Friday night. Gates open at like 4. Then Saturday is D-Team's event, Halloween weekend thing. And they start racing at 6. And then Sunday is That's like a radio type thing that Tommy's interested in.
But right now we're working on this.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to be this weekend. And I'm going to finish up the class rules, and then I'm going to send those out for approval to Mr. John Sears. He will be head of tech.
Yeah.
And what John says will go.
Stick. Yes.
Yes. Do not come to me complaining that John did not allow you in a class, because if he didn't allow you in the class, because you don't fit the rules, and if you don't fit the rules,
was
you're
a
not getting
reason.
in.
Yeah.
So there will not be ever at any of my events ever rule amendments put to a vote in a driver's meeting.
Yeah.
It will not happen. Don't ask. Don't
Even if you
bother.
drove 6 hours.
I don't care if you drove from China.
Yeah. If you don't fit, you don't
If
fit.
you didn't read the rules when you were in China and you drove 250,000 miles to my event without being able to read the rules, that's your problem. That's not my problem. That's not John's problem. And that's definitely not the problem of all the other people who read the rules and fit the rules who came.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Okay.
So, sick day cruise. Oh my God. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. I've got so many photographers and videographers that have reached out to me, eager to come, take pictures, take video. The entire cruise will be
Epic.
and it will be videoed.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, something that not everybody knows about, but YouTube now offers content creators such as me and Billy and Tommy the ability to create our own music videos using copyrighted music. This has never been available affordably to smaller creators like us. But if you notice, the kids' videos have been using copyrighted music. The last video had the Doobie Brothers in the intro. It was really cool. So a lot of the content that we will be filming from this event will be put into music videos to promote this event for next year.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool.
yeah, it's going to be really yeah. So that's just about it for right now. Cincinnati's a beautiful area. The tri-state area, you know, you'd leave the track and you drive 5 minutes and you're in Indiana, and another 20 minutes you're in Kentucky, and then another 20 minutes back, you know, you're in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. And it's a beautiful area. And we're going to spread the love out through all 3 states. We've got checkpoints in Ohio, Kentucky, and in Indiana. It's going to be epic. I'm really looking forward to this. Like, drag and drive is pretty expensive. Typically, you have to take an entire week off work. You've got to pull a trailer. You've got to bring all the tools. Like, it's a lot. Like, it is a lot. Like, you've got to really love it to want to do it. Or you got to have a really freaking stellar car that's built really well to not have to work on it. But anyway, this gives everybody an opportunity to do this in one weekend. There's no taking an entire week off work. Hopefully next year we can plan a little better and we can have more time to put this together. I'm sure there's going to be a few little issues. I'm not inviting you to an event that I know is going to be run to perfection. Not going to happen, because we've had a very limited amount of time to get this ready. Obviously, there will be little things here and there that we can improve on. So please, guys, don't hold us to the sick week standard. Okay, Tom Bailey or the Hot Rod Drag Week standard, don't hold us to that, because
This is a smaller scale.
this is a smaller scale. And to be completely honest, Rob's been after me to do this or something of this nature for over a year. And I've been putting it off and hoping somebody else would step up and do it. And
I think, honestly, you're the guy.
well,
I do. I think this is a good fit. I think it's going to be great, and we just need Mother Nature to cooperate.
we do. We need Mother Nature to cooperate, and I hope that happens.
Yeah.
And so we're going to try our absolute hardest to knock this thing over the red stadium wall, home run. We're trying. We're trying really hard. There's a lot of people helping. There have been so many people reach out offering help or sponsorships. If you want to get involved in sponsoring a class or be part of it, you need to contact Rob Winley directly. Contact him through Facebook. That's the easiest way to do that. Rob Winley on Facebook or Edgewater's Facebook page.
Yeah.
But any sponsorship requests,
that needs to go directly to Rob. That has nothing to do with me. I have nothing to do with the money.
Right.
This is a benefit for the
We're
track.
just helping spread the word.
Yeah, we're just
Yep.
trying to help this take off. We're trying to promote something that's going to help keep that track open
For a long
for
time.
generations to come. All right, that's it for now, guys. Thank you. Hey,
Goodness,
I did it.
my
How do you like?
freaking arms are numb. We are 12 minutes in, and I have no feeling in my fingers.
You weren't kidding when you said you could say something on
Yep,
one side of it and you
exactly.
hear it on the other.
The acoustics are crazy in here.
So this is the whisper wall. Supposedly you can stand over here on one end of this building and say something very quietly and you'll be able to hear it on the other side. So Rob's going to try it.
Since I was a kid, I heard that this works.
Oh my God. I can hear you.
Isn't that crazy?
That's like you're standing right next to me.
We're probably, 75 yards away?
That's crazy.